Hello, happy people. Uh, this is Bear with Barely Watercoloring, and I'm living up to my name today. Today is not going to be a painting day. It's not going to be a watercoloring day. It's barely going to happen today, meaning not going to happen at all. Uh, I'm having a day. I am not feeling it. I just want to do something fun and silly and just go back to a comfort game, like a comfort food, but it's a comfort game instead. So I am. Let me turn my mic down a tiny bit. It looks like it's peaking a little bit. Yeah. So I'm gonna focus on playing some games today. Probably just the one, and if it misbehaves, I'll switch to something else. But we'll see. So because of what this is, setting it up required a little bit of finagling. So it's gonna be an experience trying to play it, assuming it works as expected. So I'm going to switch to the scene for the game. It is already up. I'm going to be playing Star Trek Bridge Commander today. Can't begin to tell you that I've played this game a lot, clearly, because it's one of the few really decent Star Trek games that gives you a lot of control to be able to play as the ship, I guess is the best way to say it. So you can fly around and shoot stuff. And then you got to do all the in-between things. But what's interesting is you get to be on the bridge of your ship. So I don't want to give too much away depending on how long I play. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started here in a second. Switching back and forth between playing inside the game and doing anything else to control everything around right now is going to be kind of funky because it is so old. It's from, I think it said 2001, which is just insane considering the year now. It was not built to handle any modern computer, but it is working just barely because it's the GOG version, so it functions. That's as far as I'm going to get. I'm not even seeing it full screen right now because if I try to do it full screen, it messes up my streaming setup badly. So I'm playing it windowed so that I can see it and play it. I'm not going to be harmed by that because I've played it enough. So at least I can see it and play it, and hopefully you can see it too, right along with me. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure I've got room to do everything because I haven't really figured out where everything is set up too well because I'm never facing this way. So I think for ease, I'm going to move my mic down and more in front of me and try not to knock off everything I've got sitting over here next to the mic. Let me move that. I've got a charger for my controller over there, and it was precarious. All right. The mic is probably about as close as I can get it without it being weird or in the way. I need to have room to use my mouse, so I think I'll be fine there. All right. Yep. Let me turn down Spotify the rest of the way because I'm not going to be having any audio coming out of it today. All of the music is going to be the game music because there's a good bit of it. All right, back to stream. All right, so let's get into the game. Let me turn up the sound effects and turn up the music in the game. The music in the game does tend to get loud, so I'm going to turn it down a good bit. All right, see how that goes. All my graphics are set to the maximum that I can do, so that looks good there. Yeah, let's find out how badly this crashes, or if it just works. Ooh, a name. Well, that's obvious. Bear. I'm gonna stick with the medium, like normal difficulty. Captain Bear. Oh, that was loud. We'll see how that goes. If I have to turn it down some in a bit,
Captain
I will.
on the bridge.
Incoming message from Admiral Liu. On screen.
Captain, I'm glad to see you're settling into the center chair. I'm Admiral Liu, Chief of Starfleet Operations in the Maelstrom. Starfleet has a delicate assignment for you. The impact of the Vesuvi event is still being assessed. The Dragos colony was completely destroyed when the solar wave you reported consumed Vesuvi 2. Both the Geki mining operation and the Haven colony at the edge of the system have suffered severe damage. Proceed to Starbase 12 to take on emergency medical supplies, personnel, engineers, and equipment for the relief of the Geki and Haven colonies. Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the USS Enterprise will join you aboard Dauntless for this mission. The captain recently was a guest lecturer at the Academy and has accompanied your new first officer from Earth. When your mission is completed, deliver Captain Picard to Bironu Station, where he will be speaking at a symposium. Time is of the essence, Captain. Unnecessary delays will cost lives. Liu out.
Oh no, not lives.
Yes, the ruins on Tega 6 are spectacular. I'll be sure to mention your good taste in my formal report.
Thank you, Captain.
Captain Jean-Luc Picard, a pleasure to meet you. I understand you served as this vessel's first officer. I knew Captain Wright. We went to the Academy together. You have my sincere condolences on his loss. However, if he saw fit to select you as his number one, I'm sure you'll do extremely well commanding the Dauntless. I would like to introduce you to your new first officer, Commander Safi Larson.
Captain, I'm looking forward to working with you.
Commander Larson, if you will take your station. Commander Larson will keep track of your mission objectives and current orders, Captain. Your first officer can be the greatest resource at your disposal. As a former first, you've already had that experience yourself. Commander Larson, bring us to Condition Green and ready the ship for departure.
Aye, sir. Condition green. All hands rig for departure.
Chief, please bring the main deflector, warp drive, and impulse engines online, and make sure our warp intermix ratio is at optimum efficiency.
Aye, Captain. Main deflector and main drive systems register is ready.
Mr. Diaz, bring main sensors online. Check that all worker bees in the area are clear.
Yes, sir. Main sensors online. Registering all worker bees out of dry dock area, Captain.
Mr. Savali, please bring the structural integrity fields online and make sure our tactical systems are primed and ready.
Shields and defensive systems registering is fully operational, sir. We have a full torpedo complement and the structural integrity fields are engaged for transit.
Ensign Lomar, clear all moorings and take us out easy. 1/4 impulse. Please signal the quartermaster. We're heading out.
Signaling dry dock. All moorings cleared. 1/4 impulse. Aye.
A Federation vessel is only as good as its crew. This point cannot be overstated. It is this interaction with a well-trained crew that allows a starship to operate with a singular purpose. Captain, the bridge is yours. If you would like, take a moment to inspect each of the stations. If you would like any advice, feel free to consult with me. Captain, it is always a good idea to check with your first officer to confirm your current orders.
Rock on. Okay. I mean, I need to move this again. Is this going to be in the way? Yes, it is. Am I going to use it like this anyway? Yes, I am, unless it becomes a problem. Alright, so first thing I need to do is turn down the game. It's loud. I can hear it loud, but I don't want you to be blasted by it too. Okay.
Yes, Captain?
It's still loud, but we're going to run with it. Okay.
Sir, we should head to Starbase 12.
Alright.
Congratulations, sir. Captain Wright would be very proud of you. Your orders,
Thanks.
sir.
Let's set a course for Starbase
Course laid
12.
in.
Engage.
Yes, Captain. We have arrived at Starbase 12, Captain. Shall I bring us in closer to the starbase, sir?
We will not be able to initiate a dock until we are closer to the starbase. Ensign Lomar can bring us in closer by flying to the starbase nav point.
Captain? Yes, sir.
Bring us closer. What was the button to do? No, that's not it. Let's do configure controls. Bridge or tactical is spacebar. Okay. So you can go outside the ship in this, which is loads of fun. Especially later on once we can turn the ship and everything and do battle.
Incoming message from Starbase 12, sir.
Good day, Dauntless. I'm Commander Graff, commander here at Starbase 12. It's good to see your ship back in one piece. We've assembled the supplies for your mission, Captain. We will transfer them over to your cargo base once you've docked.
Shall I initiate docking procedures, Captain?
Like, geez. Good to see you back in one piece. By the way, your captain just died. Jeez, what a jerk. Okay.
Your orders, sir.
Yes, let's dock.
Docking sequence initiated.
Starbase
Yippee.
12 is the main staging area for Federation operations in the Maelstrom. Any damage repairs or resupply needs you have will be attended to here.
Welcome to your home away from home, Captain.
We are secured to take on ship supplies, sir.
Transferring supplies.
Cargo Bays 3 and 4 report supplies have been received and stowed for transport.
Transporter Room 2 reports that the medical and engineering teams have beamed aboard, sir.
Fully stocked and staffed. Alright.
Your orders, Captain?
Hey, staff. What are we doing next?
I'm sorry, Captain, but I don't have any suggestions at this time.
No, you don't? Okay. Objectives.
Sir, we need to deliver the
Your orders,
supplies to
sir.
the Haven colony on Vesuvi 6.
Great. Set a course for Vesuvi.
Course laid in. Yes, sir.
Hit it.
We have arrived at the edge of the Vesuvi system, sir. We are being hailed by the Haven colony. Opening channel.
This is Director Tobin Soames. It's good to see you, Dauntless. We have quite a situation on our hands. The Vesuvi event has sent stellar debris into our region. Some larger pieces have settled near our orbital facility. This debris will make it impossible for the incoming supply convoy to transfer their cargo. Before you beam down the relief supplies to the surface, please clear the area around the orbital facility. Contact me when you are done. Thank you. Soames out.
Not the most challenging assignment, but it'll be a good weapons test.
Perhaps now would be a good time to look over the tactical systems.
Or perhaps it's a good time for you to butt out and let me do it myself. Thank you,
Your
Captain.
orders, Captain?
Let's go ahead and go to Red Alert.
Red alert, shields up.
And let's go ahead and start. Oops.
Yes, Captain?
And target at will.
Moving into attack range. Moving into attack range.
Gonna boost power to my weapons, engines, and sensors.
Moving
don't-
into attack range.
I don't need shields for this.
Lining up forward torpedo tubes. That's the last of the debris.
Shall I raise the colony, sir?
Sure.
Sir, the orbital facility
Oh.
is currently unmanned.
Right,
Hailing
my bad.
frequencies open.
Thank you for clearing the station, but it looks like we have bigger problems now. The sensors on our orbital facility have just picked up a number of planetary fragments on a collision course with our planet. We are already in a weakened state after the Vesuvi event, and it's doubtful we could take many hits.
Director Soames, get your people into whatever shelters you have available. We'll do what we can from up here.
Thank you, Dauntless. Soames out.
I recommend an initial scan of the area so we can get a better
Yes,
idea
sir.
of what we're up against.
Initiating scan.
In that area.
Picking up the fragments in our sensors, sir. Looks like we have a total
Yes, sir.
of 5 large planetary fragments in 2 groups. Looks like they're all headed toward Haven. If we can get to them quickly enough, there's a pretty good chance we can take them all out.
Stellar cartography should be able to present a good idea of the fragment's relative distance to the colony.
Alright then.
Engaging to destroy, Captain.
I could bring us within range of the fragments, sir. We can break them up with weapons fire once we're in range.
Already on it.
Sir, the fragments are closing on the planet. We might still have time to catch them.
Moving into attack range. Moving into attack range. Moving into attack range. Sweeping through phaser arcs. Moving into attack range.
I got us. Yes, I wasn't feeling it today, so I was like, let's play video games. If it's too loud, let me know. The era... Jesus. I need to turn it down for me.
Through phaser arcs.
The era this game is from, some of the audio might be a little crunchy, so it's really loud and shrill, let me know and I'll turn it down some.
Moving into attack range. Lining up forward torpedo tubes.
It feels like it's from the 90s. It's from 2001. Close enough.
Moving into attack range. Sweeping through phaser arcs. Moving into attack range. Lining up forward torpedo tubes. Sir, we did it. All incoming fragments have been
There we go.
reduced to non-lethal sizes.
We are being hailed by the Haven colony. Opening channel.
The people of Haven owe you and your crew a debt of gratitude, Captain. We owe our lives to your courage
Sweeping
and
through
quick
phaser
thinking.
arcs.
Again, we thank
Your
you.
orders, sir?
If you will put your ship into
Disengaging.
orbit,
Yes, Captain.
we can transfer the relief supplies.
Standing by to establish
Cancel
orbit,
red
Captain.
alert.
Captain,
Hey. Orbit.
standard orbit.
Leave
Aye,
it.
sir.
Yeah, so now that there's not a lot of screaming going on and noises, this is Star Trek Bridge Commander from 2001. For me, it's one of my comfort games. At least the one I could get installed and running the soonest. Yeah. It's just what it looks like. You get to be a captain on a bridge of a starship. Eventually another one comes along.
Entering standard orbit.
You get an upgraded ship later on.
Incoming transmission.
But yeah, you can play from the bridge or from outside the ship. I prefer outside the ship.
Coordinates received, Captain. Our teams will begin beaming down supplies and personnel immediately.
Admiral Liu told us what happened to the Dragos colony. We've been unable to contact Mr. Takahara on the Geki mining colony. I can only hope their outpost survived the effects of the disturbance.
Sir, all supplies and equipment have been beamed down.
Again, thanks you, Dauntless. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't arrived when you did.
Transport complete. We can get underway, Captain.
Incoming message from Starfleet, sir.
Captain, one of our ships, the Sovereign, is on its way to our space dock facilities for refitting. She's manned by a skeleton crew and is being escorted by 2 Klingon birds of prey. Her captain, Jonathan Soto, has reported a breakdown in her warp drive, and she's had to lay over in the Tevron system. The Klingons are under orders to divert to Birnu Station and will not be able to stay with her. However, they will be able to transport Captain Picard there with them. Rendezvous with the Sovereign in the Tevron system and join the escort. Once the Sovereign is underway again, you are to continue your mission and deliver the relief supplies to the Geki colony. Liu out.
All right.
Course laid in.
Tevron, here we go.
Aye aye. Leaving orbit. Approaching the Tevron system, sir.
Any sign of the Sovereign and her escorts, Mr. Diaz?
I have 3 ships holding in orbit around Tevron 2, Commander. That's the Sovereign, Captain. And 2 birds of prey.
Shall I hail the Sovereign, sir?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who all the voice actors are for this. Maybe later on we can pull it up and see if there's anyone we recognize who's done anything else. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, but a lot of people that did voices for Star Trek games tended to go from one Star Trek game to the next. So there's some people that have done lines for a lot of the games. Yes, fine. Let's do whatever you said.
Incoming transmission. Captain Soto, sir. On screen.
Oh.
Congratulations on your promotion to command, Captain. I'm glad to see you here. Repairs are progressing, but we only have a skeleton crew on board, so it's taking some time. We've had to take the impulse engines offline, so we're immobile until the repairs are complete.
This would have been only a ferrying assignment. He's undoubtedly short-handed.
Incoming message, sir. Captain Draxon of the Rancouf, sir. On screen.
Clearly we know him. He's Jean-Luc Picard. So that's Patrick Stewart.
Freeze my ship and the Traor to depart for Biranu Station. However, there is something you must know before we leave. My tactical officer reported suspicious readings on his scanners on our way here.
Suspicious in what way, sir?
2 very faint readings, fading in and out. He thinks we may have been followed by at least 2 vessels, cloaked.
Your scanners could be out of sync.
Not on my ship, Lieutenant. No! I speak truth. I would stay, but our duty demands we reach Biranu Station on our timetable. Be on guard, Captain.
Excuse me, sirs, but we have company. 2 warbirds uncloaking to starboard.
Romulans.
They're hailing us, sir. On screen.
Greetings, Captain. I am Toren, commanding the warbird Soryak.
With respect, Captain, do you have some business with us?
The Romulan Star Empire is well aware of the incident in the Vesuvi system. That was troubling. Now we have further cause for concern. The Enterprise has been patrolling the Maelstrom for quite some time. Now Starfleet has introduced this second Sovereign-class ship to the Maelstrom, a somewhat disputed area. We must question the reasons for its presence and its relationship to the Vesuvi event.
I can assure you neither Starfleet nor the Federation knows any more than you do about the cause of the Vesuvi incident.
2 Sovereign-class vessels raise vast suspicions, Commander. Suspicions we are prepared to act on. Now.
Sir, the Klingons have raised their shields and are powering up weapons.
Let us see if these Romulans are truly prepared to act on these veiled threats.
Who is threatening whom, Klingon?
I do not threaten.
I challenge.
Klingons have opened fire, Captain.
Very well.
Firing on the Sovereign.
We shall
Sovereign
see.
has taken some hits.
Incoming transmission.
Red alert.
Red alert, shields up.
Shield integrity. Down 25%. I'm shifting more power to the shields, but I don't think they'll hold.
The Dauntless is yours, Captain.
Adjusting tactics. Aye, sir.
Full shields, full weapons, full everything.
Intercept course plotted.
Warbirds uncloaking again. They're firing.
Captain Draxon on screen, sir.
Dauntless, we are attacking the Hadebach. Join us. Out.
Report, Lieutenant.
Looks like the Klingons are doing a good job at distracting the Warbird.
While the Romulans are busy with the birds of prey, we can take a moment to plan our attack. Your phaser fire will be more effective if you target specific subsystems on the warbirds.
Way ahead of you, Picard.
Their forward
Sweeping
shield is
through
draining.
phaser arcs. Falling back for an attack run. Moving into attack range.
Their bottom shield is draining, sir.
Sweeping through phaser arcs.
Sir, we are draining their top
Lining
shield.
up forward torpedo tubes.
Target hull integrity
Sweeping
at
through phaser
75%.
Get him.
Lining up rear torpedo tubes. Moving into attack range.
Status on the Romulans, Lieutenant.
Looks like we've bloodied their noses a bit.
They're turning about.
Good.
And cloaking.
Damaging the cloaking device would put the Romulans at a disadvantage.
Well, we'll do that next, Picard.
Where are they? Come on, uncloak again.
You don't get your wish, Ensign.
Stand down
Looks like
weapons.
they've gone.
All
Klingon birds
stations,
of prey
yellow alert.
uncloaking.
Captain Draxon, sir. On screen.
It's past time for us to go on to Biranu Station, Captain. Although, this has been an interesting skirmish.
I am also due at Biranu Station, Captain Draxon. With your permission, I will transfer to your ship for the final leg of the journey.
We will be honored by your presence, Captain. Make your preparations and transport to us when you are ready. Draxon out.
I'll take my leave of you now, Captain. Good luck.
Goodbye, Captain Pickard. Bye. Bye-bye. Ta-ta. Alright.
Transporter room reports Captain Picard is ready to beam over to the Rancouf, sir. Lowering shields for transport. Transporting now. Captain Picard has transferred to the Klingon ship.
Long-range scanners indicate another ship entering this system. It's the Zukov.
Cancel yellow
Incoming
alert.
message from the Zukov, sir. Captain Verada in command, on screen.
Dauntless, we have been assigned to complete the escort of the Sovereign to Space Dock. We will stand by until she is ready. You may proceed to the Vesuvius system to supply the surviving colonies there. Vrata, out.
Transmission from Sovereign, sir. On screen.
We've been able to make sufficient repairs to allow us to warp, Captain.
Yes, sir.
We're heading on to Starbase
Disengaging.
12 with the
Aye,
Zoo
Captain.
call.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for your help. Soto out.
The Klingons are leaving, sir.
I suggest we do the same. We have to complete our run to the Vesuvius system,
Course laid
sir.
in.
Starfleet regulations require us to drop out of warp at the edge of the Vesuvius system before proceeding to the inner planets.
Hey. Hi, Desert. Welcome in. Yeah, today's definitely a lurk day. I get it.
First officer's personal log.
I wasn't feeling painting today,
55297
so I thought, let's play a game.
I had a close look at the Sovereign yesterday. It was beautiful, an absolutely colossal ship. It was my hope that a chance to serve on such a vessel would come with my new posting. But Starfleet has its reasons for assigning me as first officer on the Dauntless.
Be patient, Happy.
With Captain Wright's experience and knowledge, I could have learned a great deal. Starfleet will surely feel the loss of such a capable officer. My new captain is just that. New. We'll probably be learning some lessons together. The captain spent a lot of time as a first officer, but has only been on the Dauntless for the last 4 months. From what I've read in the service records, I'm sure the captain will be a fine example for me. The bridge feels a little more social than I'm used to. It's understandable that the crew should feel comfortable with their former first officer in command. But respect and discipline should always be maintained on the bridge of a starship, and I intend to make sure they are.
Dropping out of warp, sir. We have arrived at Haven on the edge of the system. Shall we continue in toward the Geki colony? Course
Yes.
laid in.
Yes, we shall.
Yes, sir.
Engage.
We have arrived at Vesuvi 5, sir. Standing by to establish orbit, Captain. Standard orbit. Aye, sir.
Orbit that planet.
Entering standard orbit. Shall I hail the colony, sir?
Yes, please.
Hailing frequencies open. Incoming transmission from the Geki colony, sir. On screen.
Better late than never, Dauntless. It's a good thing that most of our facilities are below ground.
We
Saved us
could
from the
just
run to the
leave.
Vesuvi event. Now that you've arrived, I'll transmit the coordinates for your teams to beam down to.
I have the coordinates for the colony, sir. Ready to commence beam down operations.
Go ahead.
Transporter rooms 2 and 3 report all supplies and relief teams have been transferred to the surface.
That will do, for now. I shall contact you if our needs should change. Thank you, Dauntless. Takahara out.
Sir, we are receiving an emergency transmission. It's pretty garbled. I'll boost the power to main comm array. That should clean it up.
This is the Cardassian freighter Karoo. A Romulan vessel has attacked us. We have sustained heavy damage to our antimatter containment pods and are operating on emergency power. Please acknowledge.
There's too much subspace interference to open a channel at this distance. The signal appears to emanate from the edge of the Beol system near Beol 4. Shall I set course? Yes, Captain?
We must respond to this distress
Course laid
call.
in. Aye, aye. Leaving orbit.
Let's go. See if I can get red alert off.
Arriving at Beol 4, sir. Dropping out of warp. The Karoon is signaling,
Red
sir.
alert, shields
Audio
up.
only.
There we go.
We are taking heavy damage.
Lost the signal, sir. Their comm array may have been damaged in the attack.
I'm reading
Intercept
2
course
unknown
plotted.
contacts in this system, Captain.
I've done this before, lots and lots of times.
Resolving.
Alright.
It's a Cardassian freighter and a warbird, sir. The warbird is towing the Karoon toward the system's asteroid belt.
Why the asteroid belt?
The asteroids would interfere with her communications. She wouldn't be able to send out another SOS.
The Romulans could take her apart at their leisure.
We are being hailed. On screen.
Ah, you again.
Captain Turen, stand down immediately. You are attacking a ship protected by interplanetary law.
So the law protects smugglers, does it?
Warbird cloaked.
The treaty signed at the end of the Dominion War forbids the rearming of Cardassia's military. Scan them yourselves. I have no more time to waste with you. Toren out.
The Karoon is drifting toward the asteroid belt. Her engines are still down.
Sir, I'm getting a weak signal from her. Audio only. Moving within tractor beam range of the freighter, sir.
Managed to patch communications. Emergency power is fading.
We're coming, Karoon. Hold on.
I can't detect the Warbird.
We should bring the
Tractor
Karoon's speed to
emitters at
zero.
full power.
Otherwise, it may
Engaging
drift
tractor.
into another
Initiating
asteroid.
scan. Running a standard scan on her, Captain.
Results, Commander?
I can't read her. She has a dampening field over her hull.
That's odd. Are they hiding something?
Perhaps the Romulans know something we don't.
We have the Karoon in tow.
Incoming message from the Cardassian Gull, Captain.
Captain, we are happy to see a Federation ship.
Moon
We're
heads.
making a supply run when the Romulan vessel...
It does look like my paintings in the background.
Power to our life support systems.
Just as low res.
Get main power back online, we are not going anywhere. We've taken damage to our deuterium supply valves and our antimatter containment unit.
Sir, we could send a team over to assist in the repairs. That would get the main drive back online.
We are happy to accept the materials you offer, Captain, but we do not wish to inconvenience you too greatly. We can make the repairs ourselves.
Oh.
Warbird uncloaking, sir. They're firing on us.
Not for long.
Engaging to destroy, Captain.
She cloaked again.
I'm projecting her course into the asteroid belt, sir.
Lining up rear torpedo tubes.
Warbird uncloaking again, sir.
Moving into attack range.
Sir, their aft shield is draining.
Sweeping through phaser arcs. Lining up forward torpedo tubes. Sweeping
Sir,
through
we are
phaser
draining
arcs.
their top shield.
Lining up rear torpedo tubes. Moving into attack range.
How am I doing? I'm
Falling
fine.
back for an attack run.
Target hull integrity at 75%.
Moving into attack range.
Aw.
Stand down weapons.
We are being hailed.
All stations,
screen.
yellow alert.
Excellent. You managed to drive them away. They'll think twice before preying on another helpless Cardassian freighter.
They took
Sure.
some heavy damage, sir.
Sure.
I detect no other vessels. The area appears to be clear.
Sir, may I ask your ship's cargo and destination?
Relief supplies for an outlying outpost. The Federation was not the only one to suffer in the Vesuvia event.
Very well. Good luck on the rest of your journey.
Narky, ain't
Thank
ya?
you for your assistance, Dauntless. We can continue with our repairs. Karun out.
So why the dampening field if it's just food and medicine?
Maybe it helps keep the food fresh.
I find it hard to believe that the Romulans would attack a freighter filled with relief supplies. I've informed Admiral Liu of our progress. Admiral Liu is responding.
Good work defending the Karun,
Yes, sir?
Captain. The Romulan actions in this region have been erratic. We are unsure as to their motives. It is possible that they are acting on intelligence unknown to us. In the meantime, I have an urgent assignment for you, Captain. Starfleet Intelligence has received information regarding Ferengi vessels smuggling contraband to the Cardassians. Several suspicious activities have been reported in the Ceres system. Investigate. Try to keep it discreet. And find out what they're up to. Liu out.
Cancel yellow alert.
Your orders, sir?
Yes, Captain?
Set a course for Ceres.
Course laid in.
Engage.
Captain, we can't go to warp while inside an asteroid field. I have created a nav to get us out of the asteroid field. Yes, sir.
Let's go. Do, 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 do. Are we out yet?
Aye, aye.
Yeah. Warping on out of here.
Approaching the Ceres system, sir. Dropping out of warp.
Long-range scan, sir?
Sure. You're not it.
Initiating scan. Something there. Hard to read at this distance. Near Ceres 2. That's all I can get now, sir.
If we keep our
Course
weapons
laid
and
in.
shields offline, it will be much harder to detect our ship.
Aye, aye.
This game could use a remake so badly. It would be so good if they remade it completely. Oh. They never will.
Approaching Ceres 2, sir.
Scanners indicate 3 contacts in stationary orbit at Ceres 2. Sir, should I conduct a scan of the area?
Cool.
Initiating scan. I'm reading a Ferengi Marauder, a Cardassian Galore, and a Keldon. Starfleet Registry identifies the Marauder as the Kravis, sir.
Can they detect us?
Not unless they can read us through a gas giant, Commander. We're out of their standard range. Unfortunately, we can't pick up any communications between the ships. There's too much interference from the gas giant.
Even with shields and weapons offline, we'll still need to keep about 200 kilometers between us if we want to avoid detection.
We could retreat behind the moon and eavesdrop from there, sir.
Standard orbit. Aye, sir.
Sounds like a good plan.
We're clear of the gas giant, sir. They can't detect us with their sensors at this range.
Can you read their communications, Ensign?
We'll have to boost the sensor system, sir.
I could do that.
Better now. Much better. Audio only, but I can put it on speaker. Entering standard orbit.
You have great need of this equipment for your military. Surely you have no difficulty in understanding the old law of supply and demand. We have a contract. You will notice there is a forfeit clause. Forfeit? Your life and your ship. If we do not get our shipment. Coming right up, Gulf.
Record the rest of it, Ensign. We'll review it later.
Equipment for their military. They're forbidden to upgrade their ships or technology, not without Federation knowledge.
Hence, smuggling.
Sir, the transfer has been made. The Cardassian ships are leaving.
They've gone to warp. The Marauder is still on impulse power.
It'll take them a few minutes to be up to full warp capacity.
Shall we engage the Marauder, sir?
Intercept
Take us out,
course
Ensign.
plotted.
Red
Leaving
alert,
orbit.
shields up.
Let's get close to the Ferengi ship.
The Marauder spotted us. She's increased her speed, sir.
Guess he doesn't want to get caught.
Sir, do you want to disable her?
Engaging to disable, Captain.
Captain, the Marauder is sending out
Marauder
a
is
distress
firing
call to
back.
the Cardassians.
Shields
We
are
have to
holding.
shut her down fast, sir.
Yes, Captain. Yes, Captain.
We need to take out their warp nacelles.
Sweeping through phaser arcs. Aye, aye. Sweeping through phaser arcs. Yes, sir.
There we go.
Engaging to destroy, Captain. Sweeping through phaser arcs. Lining up forward torpedo tubes. Engaging to disable, Captain. Sweeping through phaser arcs.
We have about 20 more seconds before she goes to warp. That's
Oof.
it, sir.
Just
Both her
cut
warp
that.
engines are offline.
Hail the Marauder, Ensign.
Marauder, this is the USS Dauntless. Identify yourself.
Yes, Dauntless, you have damaged us for no reason, and...
Get him on screen, Ensign.
Oh. Yes, greetings, Captain. Damon Prague, in command of the Kravis here.
Doing a little business, were you, Damon?
A female speaking to me. Captain, it is insufferable that
I am a
should have
Starfleet
to...
officer, Daemon. You've just violated about 20 Federation laws by aiding a former enemy. What would Nagus Rom think of that? Now, what was your business with the Cardassians?
This was a simple transport contract. I picked up a cargo and delivered it. Just that.
What was the cargo?
Truly, I do not know.
Oh, please don't tell me you didn't peek. What was it?
Very tightly sealed. I couldn't open it. It was a plain container. There was nothing to even hint at the contents. Truly.
How about an educated guess?
Captain, the Cardassians have come back. They heard his SOS.
Position?
Of
Edge of the
course.
system. Coming fast.
We will continue this later, Prague.
We're coming under fire, sir.
Didn't we just save their freighter? What's going on here?
Right.
Incoming transmission.
Real enemies.
They're firing at us! Dorcas, you must protect us until we
Lining up
have
forward torpedo tubes.
I'll tell you everything I know. Please, Dorcas!
The aft shield has failed, Captain.
Sweeping through phaser arcs.
Captain, we have collapsed their bottom shield.
Sweeping through phaser arcs.
Target hull integrity at 75%. Target's hull has been breached, Captain.
Wait.
Lining up forward torpedo tubes.
On to the kill then.
Sir, their aft shield is draining.
Sweeping through phaser arcs. Lining up forward
Auxiliary
torpedo
power
tubes.
is at 50%.
Sir, we are draining their top shield.
Sweeping through phaser arcs.
Come on already.
Lining up forward torpedo tubes. Sweeping through phaser arcs. Lining up forward torpedo tubes.
Their bottom shield is draining, sir.
Sweeping through
go.
phaser arcs.
Main power is at 50%.
forward torpedo tubes. Sweeping through phaser arcs. Yes, sir. Sweeping through phaser arcs.
Cancel
turning
red
away.
alert.
Their warp engines are engaged. They've warped out.
Damon Prague is signaling. On screen.
Dauntless, I thank you for your protection.
Moving into
Interesting.
attack range.
Especially since you called for the Cardassians to come back in the first
Disengaging.
place.
Aye, Captain.
Clearly an error on my part. I must apologize. I apologize. We part on a friendly basis, do we not?
Friendly? That depends on what you delivered to the Cardassians.
Well, I received a shipment from a trader near the neutral zone. The Cardassians were most anxious to get it. It's some piece of equipment they do not have. Perhaps they're not allowed to have it. They were concerned that my ship not go through any Federation inspection point.
And of course, you didn't.
My course didn't take me near one. It happens.
I'm sure it happens frequently with you, Damon. Expect a financial levy on your profit from this venture from the Grand Nagus. I doubt he'll be happy with you once we inform him of your activities. Dauntless out.
I'm sure he had more to say. Pity we won't hear it.
The Marauder's warp engines are back online and powered up. Very efficient repair crews, I'd say.
Kravis is warping out.
We've gotten all the information we can here. Reporting our status to Starfleet.
Take your time. I need to repair my ship.
Admiral Liu is responding. Routing to the view screen.
Hello, Dauntless. I've sent your transmission on to the intelligence experts. An open attack on a Federation vessel is a serious event, but may only be the action of a small faction inside the Cardassian military. Which brings me to your next assignment. We received garbled signals from Klingon and Cardassian ships resupplying at Biranu Station. It appears the Klingons and Cardassians are on the verge of open conflict. Captain Picard has asked us to send a Federation starship to help defuse the situation. Yours is the only ship close enough to respond.
Isn't that always the
Contact
case?
with the station shortly after they transmitted their distress call. Considering the
You're the only
Cardassian
ship
attack
in
on the
range.
Dauntless,
Blah, blah,
I'm
blah.
concerned for the well-being of the station. Proceed to Biranu immediately. Liu out.
Standing by to change course, sir.
We can change course in a minute. I am out of energy and I have hull damage. And 2 phaser banks don't work.
Course laid in. Aye, Captain. Approaching Biranu Station, sir.
I have a visual on the station, sir. There are 2 Klingon birds of prey and 4 Cardassian Galore-class vessels.
Maybe it's a party.
Picking up ship-to-ship transmissions, audio only.
Cardassian swine! You wallow in the mud of your past, claiming glory.
I've identified the Klingon ships as the Rankoof and the Treyarch.
You are a shadow. You are nothing.
No information on the Cardassian vessels, sir. We're a little weak in that area of the registry.
Continuing to monitor ship-to-ship transmissions, sir. Incoming message from Biranu Station, sir.
It's funny, goddess. Sounds like me, out of energy and hull damage.
I've tried
Ditto,
to
girl.
reason with the Klingons and Cardassians, but the two seem intent on battle. As you can tell, the situation with the Klingon and Cardassian ships is disintegrating rapidly. You are ordered to stay out of it if a skirmish ensues. Biranu Station is neutral and Starfleet is not involved. Stand by for further orders.
Sir, the Cardassians are hailing us.
Ah, a Federation vessel. We wish no harm on you, but perhaps you can muzzle your Klingon dogs.
Call us dogs? Then you shall feel our bite!
Sir, the birds of prey have cloaked.
If it's a beating these Klingons desire, I will be more than happy to accommodate them.
Captain, the Klingons have decloaked and are opening fire on the Galors.
Seems the Klingons have gone and done it again.
The Cardassians have fired on the birds of prey.
And we're on a leash.
You heard our orders, Ensign. We stay out of it.
Qapla', Captain. Join us, and together we shall uphold the honor of both the Federation and the Klingon Empire.
Yellow alert, shields up.
The third Cardassian looks like he's maneuvering for a firing pass on the station, sir.
Report, Lieutenant.
I could be wrong. No.
Red alert.
There. One of the Galors has opened fire on the station.
Attacking a defenseless station. Some challenge for a warrior race.
What did you expect? They're Cardassian. It's what they live for.
Belay that talk, Ensign.
Engaging to destroy,
later.
Captain.
Captain, I'm receiving a transmission from Biranu Station. On screen now, sir.
The station commander is dead, and I am assuming command here. We have been severely damaged. You must protect the station.
Working on it.
Moving into attack range.
Captain, our attacks are draining their right shield.
Moving into attack range. Moving into attack range. Disengaging. Yes, sir.
Oh my god. Move!
Engaging to destroy, Captain. Disengaging. Aye, Captain.
Okay.
Their top shield has failed.
Engaging to destroy, Captain. Moving into attack range.
Target hull integrity at 75%.
Sweeping through phaser arcs.
Target hull integrity at 50%.
Lining up rear torpedo tubes.
Target's hull has been breached, Captain.
Lining up forward torpedo tubes.
Their hull is severely damaged, sir.
Moving into attack range.
Target's hull has been breached, Captain.
Lining up rear torpedo tubes.
Their top shield has failed.
Sir, the station is taking a heavy pounding.
I'm
It can't last much longer.
working
Transmission
on
from the
it.
station. It's weak, but I can amplify it. On screen.
Dauntless, we are losing power.
Sir, Cardassians are turning tail.
Dauntless gunning, Cardassians
Sir, we are
running.
draining their
That's
top
what I
shield.
like to hear. I've
The
lost the
surviving
signal, sir.
Galors have warped out of the region.
Captain, the Klingons are hailing us.
Stand down weapons.
They have no
All
stomach for
stations,
battle.
yellow alert.
I will give them the death they deserve. Come, Captain. The chase begins. Draxon out.
Moving into attack
Their
range.
course suggests that they're headed to Biranu 1. Should we pursue, sir? Incoming message from Captain Picard.
Thank you for your prompt action, Dauntless. I have received word that another Starfleet vessel is on its way. Admiral Liu has requested that you remain near the station and post a guard until it arrives. Picard out.
Trust the Klingons to go
Course
herring
laid
off
in.
like that. Not even a look back.
If we go to warp, we can catch them.
Go on, tell me you don't want to.
This is not a subject for discussion on the bridge.
Come on. We have to stay here till another ship gets here. Come on.
Their bottom shield is draining, sir.
What are you talking
I'm
about?
picking up 2 vessels near Osa's moon.
Oh.
They're headed this way.
Moving into attack range.
Red alert.
Captain, I've identified the incoming ships as 2 Cardassian Galors.
Sir, Captain Picard.
Lining up
On
rear
screen.
torpedo tubes.
Captain, stand by to protect this station.
Should I plot an intercept course, sir?
Sir, the Galor's weapons have come online. They're firing on the station.
Captain,
Weapons
we
powered
should
and ready.
engage. We must protect the station.
Emergency transmission from Captain Picard, sir.
Dauntless, I'm putting out an emergency distress signal to all ships within range. You must
Moving
hold
into
off the
attack
Galors.
range.
Guard out.
Their aft shield has failed, Captain. Captain, the Biranu station just lost their shield generator. They're
I'm
wide open to
working
attack.
on it.
Sweeping through phaser arcs.
Target hull integrity at 75%.
Lining up forward torpedo tubes.
Target hull integrity at 50%.
Lining up forward torpedo tubes. Sweeping through phaser arcs.
Sir, we are draining their top shield. Their bottom shield is draining, sir.
Lining up forward torpedo tubes.
Come on.
Target hull
Stop.
integrity at 75%.
Auxiliary power is at 50%.
Target hull integrity at 50%.
Lining up rear torpedo tubes.
Sir, a Klingon bird of prey has
Lining
just
up
entered the
forward
system.
torpedo tubes.
Audio signal from Klingon vessel Rankoof, sir.
Their aft
We
shield
heard
has
Biranu
failed, Captain.
Station's call for help, Dauntless. We have broken off the chase to assist you.
Cooperation from the Klingons? That's new.
There are those among us who have respect for your Captain Picard.
Moving
there will be
into
no
attack
honor in his loss here, this day.
Sir, the Klingons are engaging the Galors.
Sir, we are draining their top shield.
Lining up forward torpedo tubes.
I don't think that station's gonna make it.
Target's hull has been breached, Captain. Their aft
Lining
shield
up
has
rear
failed,
torpedo
Captain.
tubes.
Their hull is severely damaged, sir.
I'm on already.
Lining up forward torpedo tubes.
Their top shield has failed.
Moving into attack range.
Their bottom shield is draining, sir. Captain, we have collapsed their bottom shield. Captain, our attacks
Sweeping
are draining
through
their
fissure
right shield.
arcs.
Target hull integrity
Lining
at
up
50%.
forward torpedo tubes.
Sir, they have hull breaches on multiple decks.
Moving
Sir,
into attack
they
range.
have hull breaches on multiple decks. Their forward shield is draining.
Stand down weapons. All stations, yellow alert.
Sir, that's the last of them.
We just managed to
Believe
make
we're in
it.
the clear.
Transmission from Biranu Station, sir. On screen.
Well done, Captain. You and your crew are to be commended. Your assistance and that of our Klingon comrades has been very much appreciated. We have taken severe damage and casualties. Survivors will have to be evacuated to Starbase 12. It is unclear why the Cardassians would attack this station so openly, but this incident proves how close we are to war. Your intervention allowed me enough time to identify a symbol I recognized on the Galors as that of House Arterius. This raises many questions. However, we must assume our communications are not secure at this time. I will speak with Admiral Liu about my concerns later. I have received word that a Federation vessel is on its way to facilitate a full evacuation to Starbase 12. Admiral Liu has ordered you to remain nearby and post a guard until the ship arrives. The San Francisco should be here to relieve you soon. Until then, keep watch and contact me if anything appears on the sensors. Picard out.
Signal from Starfleet, Captain. Admiral Liu.
Greetings, Captain. Your defense of Biranu Station was highly commendable. You've received excellent marks from Captain Picard for your actions, which will be entered in your service jacket. Well done. We have acted on Captain Picard's information. I am currently attempting to contact the Cardassian government. Until I've discussed this with the Cardassian command, House Arterius may be regarded as pirates.
We can't trust anything the Cardassians say.
Nonetheless, Ensign, we must wait for the Cardassian command's response before starting another war.
Respectfully, Commander, Cardassians have no rules. They're all outlaws.
Chief Engineer Brex's personal log, stardate 55310.5. We returned to Starbase 12, and Admiral Liu informed us that the entire Dauntless crew is being transferred to the Sovereign. Getting a Sovereign-class ship, that's a huge leap for a fourth assignment. Only Commander LaForge has had the luxury of tinkering with this design. Until now. The ship itself is wondrous, but it took me a year and a half to get the Dauntless running like I wanted. I'm just getting started with the Sovereign. But, as the legendary Montgomery Scott once said, there's nothing like the impossible to bolster one's miraculous reputation.
Captain on the bridge. Sir, we've completed the first pass of all ship essential systems. There are quite a few loose screws, as Chief Brex put it.
Loose screws, nuts, and bolts, Commander.
Incoming message from Admiral Liu. On screen.
Greetings, Captain, and congratulations on your new command. I see you've already settled in. Because of your outstanding service, you and your crew have been selected to lead the investigation into the destruction of Vesuvi. You've been given command of the Sovereign to help in this task. Treat her well. The Sovereign is a fine ship, the first in her class. We refitted her after 5 years in mothballs and commissioned her for this assignment. The Sovereign was a prototype ship, fitted with an experimental shield system which failed during initial field tests. Before you begin, you'll need to take your new ship out on a shakedown cruise. It will give us an opportunity to work out any bugs in the enhanced deflector dish, upgraded sensor pallets, and her regenerative shield system. The Sovereign is equipped with more powerful quantum torpedoes, in addition to the standard photons. Use these sparingly, Captain, as Starbase 12 will be unable to resupply your quantums until a shipment arrives from Earth. Commander Larson has your checklist for the shakedown. I believe you will find it an adequate test of your systems. When you've completed your cruise, return to Starbase 12. Take good care of the Sovereign, Captain. She's a lot of ship, but I'm confident you can handle her. Liu out.
I have our checklist, Captain. Running startup sequence now.
Main systems powering up, Captain.
Impulse and warp engines online.
Main deflector and sensor subsystems online.
Weapons and targeting systems online.
We are being hailed. On screen.
Sovereign, you're cleared to leave for your shakedown cruise.
Ready to leave space dock on your orders. Yes, sir?
Take us out, Ensign. 1/4 impulse.
Aye, aye, Commander. Ahead 1/4 impulse. We have cleared space doors.
Our first item is testing the warp drive. We should plot a course for Savoy 1.
Course laid in. Yes, sir.
Hey, we got a brand new sleek ship. Well, old sleek ship, but newer than what we had. Thank you.
We've arrived in the Savoy system.
Just a bit shaken.
That ride was a little rough, Chief. Can you do anything about it?
I think so, Commander. It's the inertial dampeners. One of our graviton generators is operating at 20 millicochrons less than the standard IDF system output. I'll run a diagnostic on it later to track down the problem. I'll be down in main engineering bringing another generator online to compensate. The ride should be much smoother next time.
See you later, Blue Man Group. Alright, what's next?
Yes, Captain? We need to go to the Savoy 1 tactical
Captain?
testing grounds.
Alright.
Course laid in. Yes, Captain. We've arrived at Savoy 1, Captain.
Are we clear to test the tactical systems now?
The weapon systems are the next item on our checklist, Lieutenant, but let's follow procedure, shall we? Mr. Diaz, sensors online. Has the phaser range target been towed to its position?
Yes, Commander.
Captain, we should test our sensors by scanning asteroid Amagon for compositional
Yes,
analysis.
Sir. Initiating scan. The asteroid is comprised of some nickel and something else.
Something else? Hardly a scientific appraisal.
I can't tell, Commander. The nickel easily stands out, but the sensors are having trouble identifying the rest of the asteroid's composition. It's like all my readings are being bounced back at me.
Ensign, hail Chief Brex in engineering.
On screen.
Yes, Commander?
Chief, we're experiencing problems with the sensors.
I know. I think it's the enhanced deflector.
Doesn't enhanced usually mean better?
It is better in most respects. It has upgraded EM scanners, both wide and narrow angle. The gravimetric distortion package has been updated with the latest imaging data available.
Results, please, Chief.
I'll boost the warp core intermix ratios to generate more power to make full use of the enhanced deflector and the lateral sensor pallets.
Much better. The imaging is clearing up. I'm reading 45% nickel, 22% uranium composite, 13% iron, and 20% ice.
Sounds like we've got our sensors working. Captain, the range is ours. Red alert, shields up. We should commence phaser testing. When we hit the asteroid, Savoy Station will send us telemetry we can use to align the targeting systems.
Engaging to destroy, Captain. Rex, what's going on with my phasers? All the arrays are firing randomly.
I'm working on it. Just keep firing so I can trace the problem.
Sweeping through phaser arcs.
I got it. The problem's localized in the phaser function command processor. The rewritable symbolic code algorithms aren't calculating the proper targeting vectors. I'll have to overwrite the old command algorithms and replace them with new ones. That should do it.
Shall we move on to the next item on our checklist? We're scheduled to test quantum torpedoes and regenerative shields next.
Captain, I have another vessel on an intercept course. It's the Geronimo.
Incoming message from the Geronimo, sir.
Open a channel, Ensign.
Aye, sir. On screen.
Greetings, Commander. Captain. I'm Captain Gregory McRae. It looks like we're just in time.
On time? I'm sorry, Captain McRae. I'm not sure what you mean.
For your tactical systems tests. We could help you out with a wee exercise for both our crews.
Just what exercise did you have in mind?
You can't expect to test those systems properly on a few floating rocks. What you need is a moving target, one that'll bite you back.
Is that a challenge, Captain McRae?
Aye, Commander. That would be the proper term for it, a challenge. So what you say to a little friendly war game?
I'm not sure what the correct protocol is here, Captain, but we're ready if you want to take on the Geronimo.
Let's do it.
Excellent, Captain. I'll have my tactical officer switch to simulation mode immediately. Shall we begin?
That's fine, Captain McRae. We'll be ready for you. Felix, switch to tactical simulation mode.
Aye, Commander. Simulation mode activated.
Entering combat simulation. Weapons are set to 1/1000th power. Loading dummy Mark IV torpedo casings.
Ready to engage, sir.
Engaging to destroy, Captain.
Nice hit, Captain.
Moving into attack
We'll see if we can return the favor.
Sweeping through phaser arcs. Moving into attack range.
I heard you were quite a fighter, but lacking experience.
Lining up rear
I'd be happy
torpedo
to give you
tubes.
advice on the finer points of tactical combat.
Moving into attack range. Sweeping through phaser arcs.
Impressive ship you have there,
Lining up
but
forward
I fight
torpedo
to the
tubes.
bitter end. Sovereign, you're really taxing my patience. I've got simulated damage reports flooding in
Sweeping
from
through
all decks.
phaser arcs.
Good.
Auxiliary
Lining
power
up
is
forward
at
torpedo
50%.
tubes.
The Geronimo has been destroyed. Ending simulation.
A good match, Captain. Try to remember it takes more than a big gun to win a shootout. Experience and skill will always triumph.
2 Klingon birds of prey decloaking dead ahead. One of them appears to be Captain Draxon's ship, the Rancouff.
Their weapons are set to simulation mode as well.
Is this part of the exercise?
Sir, message from the Klingons.
Allies, we could not resist the opportunity to join your brave games. Let us dispense with the formalities and test our true
The
mettle.
first one's always easy, but this one I've never beat. You're not
Well
supposed
then,
to.
This ought to even the odds a bit.
No problem. The more the merrier.
Stow it, Chief. Just keep everything in proper order and record the amount of simulated damage we do to those ships.
Aye, Commander. Entering combat simulation. Weapons are set to 1/1000th power. Loading dummy Mark IV torpedo casings.
Ready to engage, sir.
Engaging to destroy, Captain. Lining up rear torpedo tubes. Moving into attack range.
Sir, we are draining their top shield.
Sweeping through phaser arcs. Lining up forward torpedo tubes.
Sir, the Rancouff has reported sufficient simulated hull breaches to warrant destruction. Ending simulation.
Okay.
Incoming
Go.
message from the Klingons.
Oh.
Captain, I salute you. Your ship and crew fight well.
I actually
So,
did it?
The rumors are
Really?
true. Starfleet does have warriors in its ranks. It has been an honor, Captain. Perhaps we will meet again on the field of battle. Now I must return to my duties. Kapla!
The Klingon ships have left the system.
That's a hell of a way to test a new ship at the end of its shakedown cruise.
Ensign, open a channel. Captain McCrae, what's your status?
All's well, Sovereign. That was a good bit of fighting. I'll see you back at the starbase.
I think that's the first time I've ever done that.
The system.
That completes our checklist, Captain. The Sovereign is an incredible
Yes.
ship, and the crew performed admirably. You should be proud. I will relay
I
our
am.
current status to Starfleet Command.
The second battle, I've always fought the Geronimo again
Incoming
while the
message from
Klingons
Starfleet.
were attacking, and I've
On
always
screen.
lost. But this time I thought, let's fight the
Greetings,
Klingons first, and I
see
won,
from your
which
first
is wild.
officer's report that everything on the Sovereign is in working order. The relief efforts in the Vesuvi system are still proceeding. Now
Great.
that our people are safe, we've sent in a science vessel to try to determine what caused the solar pulse. The USS Berkeley, under command of Captain Elizabeth Haley, is leading the investigation with the help of Commander Data from the Enterprise. Because of extremely high radiation levels, they've been having difficulty in penetrating the residual gas clouds. The more powerful shielding on the Sovereign will be helpful in the
Gas.
investigation. Commander Data will join you to assist the science team in the search for the cause of the incident. Rendezvous with the Berkeley in the Vesuvi system. Once Commander Data is on board, he will give you further instructions. Liu out.
Captain,
Store
course laid in.
Vesuvi.
Yes, Captain.
Let's go.
We've arrived in the Vesuvi system, sir.
Sir, I'm reading a Romulan warbird on the other side of the planet. It looks like she's preparing to warp.
Track its course.
Aye, Commander. One moment. The Warbird is heading to the Vesuvi dust cloud.
That's the same way we're going. Let's follow.
Course laid in for the dust cloud. Your orders, sir. Aye, aye. We've arrived at the outer edge of the dust cloud, sir.
There's no sign of the Warbird.
The USS Berkeley is nearby. Shall I hail them? Intercept course plotted. Channel open.
While they're talking, I'm going to let them go. I'm going to grab some coffee really quick. I'll be right back.
Commander Data is prepared to beam over.
Commander Data has beamed aboard, sir.
It's been frustrating trying to wade through the dense cloud of radiation and dust left from the Vesuvi event. I'm sure you'll have greater success with your newly enhanced deflector and sensor palettes. This star gave every indication it was going to last another 10 billion years. We hoped that by scanning some of the ejected surface debris from the face of the star, we might be able to piece together what happened. I believe Commander Data can elaborate.
Yes, I can. We managed to triangulate possible locations of the star's debris, but were unable to get close enough to scan the dust cloud with any success.
Welcome aboard, Commander. Have a seat.
Thank you. To continue, as we went deeper into the cloud, radiation levels increased and were a constant drain on the shields. After 3 attempts, the Berkeley fell back to its current position and contacted Starfleet for a ship with stronger shielding.
We're hoping the Sovereign can get in there and collect the information we need to further our studies.
Chief, what do you think?
Well, it'll definitely be a balancing act, Commander. The radiation will be a significant drain on the Sovereign's shields, but I think I can buy us enough time to scan for the star's debris.
Great. We're transmitting the information we've already gathered to you now. I'm confident you and Commander Data will be able to finish the job.
Thank you, Captain. I'm receiving the data now.
I look forward to seeing your results. We'll see you when you get back. Haley out.
I have isolated 4 regions of the dust cloud that might contain stellar debris from the face of the star. They are entered into the con.
Confirmed. Courses to 4 nav points have been plotted. We can go to any of these points to begin our search.
Then we're set. Shall we head in, Captain?
Okay, I am back. What do they want me to do? I think I remember they want me to go into the dust cloud and scan stuff.
Captain?
Scan stellar debris. Yes, okay.
Yellow alert, shields up.
Yes, Captain? Yes, sir.
Yes, Captain?
Your orders, sir. Entering the dust cloud.
Let's get some of that coffee. Good stuff.
Captain, there are several debris fragments in the area that could be matter from the star's surface. We should scan them.
Initiating scan. The radiation is causing sensor distortion. We need to be within 20 kilometers of the
Intercept
object
course
to ensure a
plotted.
thorough and precise scan. Initiating scan.
Sensors indicate this is a cluster of inert matter and not stellar debris.
Intercept course plotted.
Captain, there are still fragments which have not yet been scanned. One of them could be the stellar debris we are looking for.
Initiating scan.
Sensors indicate this is a remnant of one of the planets. This is not the stellar debris we are looking for.
Initiating scan. Our scanners are reading the stellar matter's composition. High levels of hydrogen and some helium, but very little iron or other heavy elements.
Captain, we have located the stellar debris from the Vesuvi star, as we suspected.
Another first.
Supernovas occur naturally
There's like
when the
4
heavy
areas you can
radiation
scan
and solar fusion
with
suddenly
debris at
reacted
each,
to
and
the
I've never
star.
had it be at the first
The
one.
resulting solar pulse was created by bringing the star to the threshold of collapse. This event had to have been caused by an outside force. Once we return to the Berkeley, I can run advanced simulations on the information we have gathered and create a profile of what might have occurred.
Sir, we're receiving an emergency distress call from the Berkeley. The transmission is pretty garbled, but I think I can clean it up a bit.
Unknown vessels are disabled and we have sustained heavy damage. Please assist. Message repeats. Mayday, Mayday. This is the USS Berkeley to all. We are under attack from unknown vessels.
The Berkeley is not a combat vessel, Captain. I recommend we return to her position immediately.
Do we have everything we need, Mr. Diaz?
Affirmative, Commander. All readings have been cataloged.
Yes, Captain? Yes, sir.
Red alert.
Intercept course plotted. We are being
Initiating
hailed.
scan.
On screen.
Sovereign, thank heaven you came back. You must have frightened off whoever attacked us.
We are
Can
leaving
you
the dust
identify
cloud.
the attacker, Captain Haley?
Negative, Commander. The radiation and dust completely blocked them from our sensors. There was no sign of their approach until they were on us. We're operating on emergency power, and our long-range communications are offline. You'll have to notify Starfleet of our situation.
Why would anyone attack a lightly armed science vessel?
To frighten it away from the area, perhaps. It could be there is something here someone does not want us to find.
Then why not attack us? We were closer to the core.
To draw the Sovereign back here, away from the stellar debris. I surmise the information we gathered will prove very useful in solving this mystery.
Sir, we
Nothing
should
new,
contact
sir.
Starfleet and inform them of the Berkeley situation. Yes, Captain? Reporting our status to Starfleet. Stand by. Stand down weapons. All stations, yellow alert. Admiral Liu is responding.
Captain, I've received the data on the stellar material you found and assigned a team to analyze it. The Federation is most disturbed by your discovery. The fact that the Vesuvi star did not come to its end by natural causes is a matter of utmost concern. I've been given assurances that the Federation is putting the highest priority into the research of your data. I'll keep you apprised. I've sent a recovery team to assist the Berkeley. If you feel she can hold out till their arrival, I want you to track down the attackers. An unprovoked attack on a Federation science vessel is a serious matter and must not go unanswered. We cannot allow others to assault our ships at will. Use whatever means necessary, Captain. I leave the matter in your hands. Contact me when you have some significant information. Liu out.
Sensors indicate the unknown vessel entered the dust cloud. Its engines have left trace subspace distortion pockets in their wake. I have plotted a new waypoint into the con.
Yes, Captain? Yes, sir. Entering the dust cloud.
think we're almost 2 hours in. I think I'm going to let this mission play out until it saves the game, and then I'm going to go ahead and probably stop at
Scanners
that point.
indicate a small object or device ahead of us, Captain. It's a configuration I'm unfamiliar with.
It appears to be a probe of some sort.
Probably like 10
Perhaps
minutes
we should
out.
Scan it.
I would love to scan it.
Initiating scan.
The energy signature is building exponentially. I believe a self-destruct sequence has been activated.
The probe has been destroyed.
Any ideas as to what it was doing here?
Perhaps an intelligence probe, left to gather information about us. The probe was composed mostly of silicate, which is uncommon to say the least.
It is also possible another race is investigating the recent occurrences in the Vesuvi system, just as we are.
There isn't much we can do about it now. We can't be distracted from our mission.
Based on readings from this region, I have plotted the possible destination of the unknown vessel that attacked the Berkeley.
I've added the new coordinates to the con, sir. Yes, sir. We are leaving the dust cloud.
Thank you, Goddess. Yes, I will. Today is just a day that needed a break. I didn't want to like not stream with no warning, but also I figured playing a game was pretty chill. I'll be back to painting on
I'm
Thursday.
no longer detecting any sign of the alien ship. I am sorry, Captain, but I lost the trail.
Wait a minute. I'm detecting the remains of a ship. It appears to be what's left of a Romulan warbird.
No doubt the same ship that attacked the Berkeley did this as well. It must have been a powerful ship to destroy a Romulan warbird.
Two Romulan warbirds have just exited warp. They are powering weapons.
Red alert!
We're receiving a message from the Romulans. On screen.
This is Captain Terek of the Romulan Empire. So, the Federation now destroys ships and whole systems to stop anyone who dares challenge its rule.
We are not the aggressors here, Captain. We're as baffled by these attacks as you are.
Save your lies and prepare yourself for destruction.
Engaging to destroy, Captain.
Their forward shield is draining.
Sweeping through phaser arcs.
Shields are taking the brunt of it, but they can't hold against this for too long.
We are outnumbered, but the radiation dust cloud could work to our advantage. If we withdraw into it, it will be difficult to lock weapons.
Lining up forward torpedo tubes. It will also make it difficult for us, Commander.
What other choice do we have?
Stop talking.
Back to the dust cloud, sir. Yes, sir. Entering the dust cloud. We're receiving a message from the Romulans. On screen.
Excellent tactics, Captain. The radioactive dust will enable you to track us with our cloaking shields engaged. But we did not come to fight as cowards. We came to tear the flesh from your treacherous bones.
Shields are at 75%.
So dramatic, and like my only option is to run.
Our forward shield is draining.
Ah.
Yes, sir.
Captain, radiation reaching critical levels.
Impressive, Captain. It's seldom any one vessel defeats a flight of warbirds. The next time we meet, Captain, you will not be so fortunate.
We are leaving the dust cloud. Course laid in.
We should inform Starfleet of our encounter with the Romulans.
Captain, radiation reaching critical levels.
Contacting Starfleet. Admiral Liu is responding.
I'm disappointed by your inability to find the Berkeley's attackers, but I'm sure you did your best. However, I'm very impressed with your handling of the encounter with the Romulans, Captain. It is a testament to the skills of you and your crew that you were able to survive an encounter with a superior Romulan force. There were people who said I was unwise to give you the
Stand
Sovereign,
down weapons.
Captain.
All
Those
stations,
voices are
yellow
silent
alert.
now. Your encounter with the Romulans is most disturbing. It appears the Berkeley isn't the only vessel that's been attacked. Other ships in that area have been damaged or destroyed. Some survivors have cited the Cardassians or the Romulans as the aggressors. But most, like the Berkeley, were unable to identify their attackers. I received word from the Cardassian government. They have denied responsibility for the attack on Birunu Station. Their reply states House Arterius has severed connections with the government and gone rogue. These reports of Cardassian and Romulan aggressiveness are leading to a diplomatic crisis. We cannot take action against the Cardassians or the Romulans without proof of some kind. It is imperative we know who is responsible for these attacks. From our intelligence, it appears the majority of the attacks have occurred in 3 systems: the Itari system, the Voltaire system, and the Ziontrades system. Patrol these areas thoroughly, Captain, and watch for any aggressors. Keep me informed of your progress. Liu out.
Course laid in. Yes, Captain.
Well, I'm heading to the first system. It should save, and then I'm going to stop. Yes, it just did. Okay. Next time. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stop for now. Goddess and Desert, and anyone else out there, please, thank you for watching. Sorry, I was kind of like doing something different from the norm. I mean, I always intended eventually to do some kind of gaming. I didn't know how it was going to look, but today turned out to be that day because I didn't feel like it. So, sorry for that, but hey, I'll be back to painting later this week. What I'll do, I don't know. I'll figure something out. But yeah, I'll be back on Thursday with more paper, more paint, more water. Just take that, reorient it so that it's watercolors, and you got a plan for what I'm doing. Okay, I'm gonna stop yakking. My brain is shutting down. I'm gonna head off and go relax. You guys have a great night, and again, thanks for hanging out with me. Bye, guys.
Sir, 2 Romulan...